polygamy. What do you think? Hi there, I'm Roux. Welcome to my video where I talk about anything I want. Inspired by D'Angelo, I am. Yes. And today I want to talk about polygamy. Now, you know me, I am a documentary addict, and one of my favorite subjects that I'm morbidly curious about is polygamy. Polyandry, polyamory, anything where people have to share a partner. Because it's just so foreign to me. Like, I personally know within myself that I would never ever be able to do that. Be it be in a relationship with several men where I'm the only woman, aka polyandry, or polygamy where it's me being one of several wives, or polyamory where people have an open relationship and you have several partners. I am a jealous motherfucker. I would never be able to do that. And it really fascinates me to see if people are really happy living in this kind of lifestyle. So, of course, I've been watching a lot of documentaries over the years, and I wanted to talk about it today. What is polygamy? Polygamy is a marriage relationship where there's one man married to several wives. And to be honest, it's mainly rooted in some hardcore sexist stuff. Like, I think there's people in, like, a modern society who aren't doing it for sexist reasons, but, you know, historically speaking, it is a very patriarchal, sexist, women are property foundation. And it's controversial, it's illegal in a lot of places. I personally think that you should be able to live whatever way you want. If you want to have like a billion wives, go ahead. If you want to have a billion husbands, go ahead. I'm exaggerating, of course, but like if you want to have several partners, you do you, boo. I don't think anyone should be able to tell you how to live. A special kind of polygamy is the American kind, aka the one rooted in Mormonism. So, regular Mormons are anti-polygamy. But back in the day, in the 1830s, a man named Joseph Smith, a Mormon, decided that, you know what, God has spoken to him and told him that he should have more than one wife. People believed him, except one very important person, his first wife. A lot of people speculate that what really happened was he was caught having relations with several women outside of marriage, and to sort of save himself, because, you know, adultery was a big no-no back in the day, he was like, God told me to do it. I gotta say, I believe that too. That sounds like something that would happen, like, oh, you know, no, it's okay, God told me to do it. You know, yeah. But essentially, his flavor of Mormonism with polygamy in it believed that the more wives you have, the better heaven is going to be for you. So apparently, if you have several wives and you have several kids, like a lot of kids, just have as many kids as humanly possible with these wives, when you die, you will become a god, and the wives will become goddesses. I'm not kidding. It's so foreign to me. It's blowing my mind. I'm not trying to be judgy or anything. It's just, yeah. And I feel like a lot of the jealousy and natural emotions that these women go through, they're just like, it's okay. It's going to be so good because when I go to heaven, it's going to be all fabulous. And if I don't do this, I'm not going to go to heaven? Yeah. Apparently, Joseph Smith was like, I'm going to make sure more women go to heaven by being sealed into a holy matrimony with me. So the only way for women to go to heaven is to be one of several wives. Sexist. Not a fan. So I've been watching these documentaries, and I gotta say, they just seem a little bit sad. Like, a lot of the women seem a little bit unhappy at all times. I know I would be if I had to share the love of my life. I would be constantly just a little bit bitter and a little bit sad and angry. It seems to be a sweet deal for the guy, though. Like, he can just have as many lovers as he wants. I feel like it's sort of the bizarre solution to getting a new partner without divorce. Like, divorce is a sin, so you just take a new wife? I don't understand. Yeah. Like, of course, I think that there are people out there who genuinely could be happy with this sort of arrangement, women too. But I do think that if you're brought up thinking that the only way you'll get to heaven is if you share the love of your life with other people and you just have to live in that, like they also keep saying like life is supposed to be tough because otherwise the blessings from God, we're not going to be blessed by God or something. So life should be a struggle, and women's plight is to feel jealousy. It's just so sad. I also saw this other documentary where this guy is like, it's just more natural, you know, for men to be attracted to more women and women to be monogamous. Honey, if you think that women are less prone to being attracted to several men, you're living in La La Land. And I also think that that's like a perfect excuse to be like, I need more women because, you know, I'm just so attracted to all of them and I don't want to cheat on you, honey. We should marry her into our family. I also think it stems from men not helping with household chores. Because some of the women were like, oh, I hope he marries another woman who likes to cook because I don't like to do that. And some of the women were like, oh, it's so nice to have someone to rely on with the childcare and that I can lean on. And I'm like, that's what your husband is supposed to be for. Your husband's supposed to be there for you. Like, that's just sad that he's not there for you in that way emotionally and practically. That's, yeah. As I said, I think people should be able to live whatever way they want, but I personally think a lot of cases are rooted in manipulative religious tactics to control women, and it's like an easy way out for like some really creepy dude who's like, oh, I want all the women. Like, for instance, there's one guy in this one documentary where he has 5 wives, which he married when they were like 14. He was 35. I'm not saying that this is the thing for all of them, of course, because there are places that practice polygamy that do not partake at all in any sort of underage anything. And, you know, for them, I think, you know, yeah, polygamy might work for you. But there's one guy in this documentary, he was clearly seeking out very young girls and was using religion to manipulate them into being married to him. And then when they were older, he was looking for new wives who were also like 14. It was really disturbing and really clear that his whole thing was he liked girls too young. And once they actually reached an age that like normal people will be like, oh yeah, they're attractive now, he was like, they're getting too old. It was just bizarre to watch these girls who were like in their 20s, early 20s, have like 10-year-olds. And it was just like, I feel like this man stole their lives. So on one side, I want people to be able to live whichever way they want, but also I don't agree with a lot of it. I feel like if we were just, you know, as long as people are of age, cool, you do you, boo. I think polygamy gets a bad rep because of a lot of the disturbing cases. There's probably a lot of normal people who are of age, who choose each other, who are consenting adults, who make educated decisions and who go into it because they want to. And I think that probably cases of that creepy guy with the 5 wives who were way too young sort of twists it and is probably why society is so against it. I personally think it should be legal because it seems like an arbitrary hill to die on. Like, I don't think the government should be able to tell you who to love or what kind of lifestyle you should be living in that sort of sense. It's very interesting. I hope, do comment below, what do you think about this? I feel like it probably seems like I'm really judgmental of this. I wouldn't be able to do it myself, and I just feel for the girls who seem sad. I think for the women who seem like they really like it, that's cool, but when I see women talk about how it's their plight in life to feel jealous, and if they feel sad about it, they just need to stop thinking about it, and they feel selfish if they were to have their guy just to themselves because they would be robbing other women of this wonderful man. No, I don't like that. It wouldn't apply to all. Like, I think there's probably people in polygamy relationships who don't have those kinds of issues, but yeah, it's very interesting. Do comment below, what do you think about this? I'm gonna link the documentaries I talked about underneath in the description, so yeah, I hope to get an interesting discussion out of this, and I want to further talk about the other forms that are very like this, like polyandry, where there's one woman and several men, or polyamory, where there's several relationships, like having open relationships and you can have as many relationships outside of your main relationships as you want, as long as your partner knows about it. Very interesting, very fascinating. I want to talk about that this week. And I want to see what you think about today's topic, polygamy. What do you think? Do comment below. Thank you so much for coming by, and I post every day real talk, Fridays Reddit readings, and soon true crime on Wednesdays. Trying to make this my full-time job. If you want to support that, do subscribe and like and leave a comment. Thank you so much to my wonderful patrons, by the way. If you want to be my patron, there's links in the description. Okay, love you, bye.